get racist. I'm just kidding.
All right, welcome back to Comedy
or Worse.
Hell yeah, I'm here with my special guest,
Joey Joseph.
Hell yeah, he's back.
I'm back
This
for
is
more.
a full episode now.
Yeah, instead of a quick one.
So is that your stage name?
Yes. So we addressed this in the first one. I'm pretty new. I think 5 or 6 months in right now. But I used to go by Joey because I thought it was funny because my real name was Joey.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like I could make my name kind of a joke, and for like branding my own marketing purposes, I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then people started calling me Joe because they thought my name was Joey. But I tell everyone my name's Joey. So I was like, okay, this is becoming an issue. I need to change it so my first name is Joey, but I still want to keep it kind of like a joke. And I thought, Joey Joseph, the alliteration, I think that's hot. I think alliteration for a stage name is hot. And, there's Tariq Joseph, Brandon Joseph. It's like a reasonable second name. And I think it's hilarious because my first name is Joseph, but I go by Joey. So saying Joey Joseph is like saying like Rick Richard or something like that. So Tom Thomas. And I was like, I think that's funny in itself. So I'm sticking to that. So Joey Joseph, baby. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So how did you get into comedy?
So I used to think I wasn't into stand-up growing up. I loved like comedy movies, like Step Brothers. From an early age, I watched some pretty raunchy shit, and my parents were open to it. And I have a twin brother, right? So me and him would like watch stuff together, and we developed a sense of humor, and we'd be just riffing all the time, saying horrible shit. And then during COVID, I saw clips about Bill Burr, listened to some podcasts, and I had a lot of time because I dropped out of school for half a semester.
Okay.
This is gonna get kind of meaty.
Sure.
So,
That's good.
fuck. This is kind of a longer story.
That's fine. This is what we're here for. We're here for the whole thing.
The whole thing, the whole shebang. Cool.
Whatever you're willing to talk about. We don't
Yeah.
want to pry anything out of it if they're not ready to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm open to it. So, I was in college, right, and I moved home during COVID lockdown. San Diego took it. It was there were a lot of precautions,
So
right?
where were you living originally during
Orange
lockdown?
County. So I went to college there, which isn't that much different, but in terms of COVID reactions and restrictions, it was like Florida. Like, it was insane how much people in Orange County did not give a fuck. I thought it was hilarious, but like, I moved back home, and there was a time.
Where did you move to home? Where was home?
Chula Vista.
Oh, okay.
So yes, San Diego, South Side. So, it's not South Side. I live in the suburbs. I'm a white piece of shit. But it was like you had to stay in your house. There was a curfew, which debatable, but like nothing was open.
Right.
And so I wanted to go hang out with my friends in Orange County, and there was a brewery. I think it was called like the All American Brewery or something like that, like veteran owned, and they had everything outside. No one was wearing masks, and I was like, "This is fucking." It's an hour and a half away. It was insane.
Right.
But yeah, during COVID, I moved back. It was a really hard adjusting to everything for me, and I was doing classes online in college, and like in college, I had a short-stinted, really fun, wild time. Then it came crashing down. I moved home, and I was depressed. I was losing my mind. I had like an identity crisis. I was like, I'm getting a degree in business. I don't fucking care about business. It's just a reliable thing. And I was like, I generally do not give a fuck about anything I'm doing in college right now.
Yeah.
And I want to find that. So I had this random idea. I was like, what if I, cause this is during COVID, what if I just dropped all my classes and like drove around the country to experience shit on my own as like a journey. And
Okay.
for the next 30 minutes, I was like, fuck, that sounds cool. That sounds fun. And once I have like an idea like that, I'm like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna regret it. And I did it, which is pretty unstable, right?
Wow. So how long were you gone for?
I drove through Arizona, through New Mexico, and then I was like, damn, New Mexico, sorry Micah, New Mexico fucking sucks.
I'm just talking to Mike on the phone.
I'm sorry Micah. Albuquerque's cool. But I was like, damn, fuck, no, I don't need to see this. And so I was out for, I believe, I think it was 12 days, sleeping in random motels, in my car a couple days, just doing something, because I was like, I need to get out of here. And the whole time I was listening to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, the sweet Lord Joe.
No.
And
Well, that's great. I love Joe Rogan and his fans.
Fuck yeah!
Joe always loved
Lord Joe.
his guests. Because Joe seems to like go with wherever the guest is. Like, oh yeah, I agree. And it's like, do you though? Because I agreed with the opposite side a month ago.
Yeah, he is very supportive of his guests. There are a few times where I've seen him go ape shit on there's a show called Adam Ruins Everything on I think it's like True TV, and he's this very, very, I don't want to get political, but he was a very liberal, kind of like a social justice focused comedian, and him and Joe was fucking tearing it up. But where's that? Listen to Joe Rogan, but also Chris Stefano and Giannis Papas had a podcast that was fucking hilarious. Listen to Bill Burr, Theo Vaughn. I was just listening to podcasts while I was driving, and I was like, at that time I kind of saw some clips. I was into Norm Macdonald, rest in peace, and I was like, like comedy. I always try to make jokes. Like, I think sense of humor is a way to connect people that's very unique, and like, if you have exactly the same sense of humor with someone, it's some kind of intellectual connection. I don't know. I don't know how to explain
Well, I mean,
it.
you don't have to have exactly the same sense of humor. You just have to be able to connect in a way you're making them laugh.
Right. Yeah. No. I think making someone laugh and joking with someone is a great way to like connect with them. Is that Micah?
Some 800 number. I wasn't expecting anybody.
Is your car warranty expired?
Let me see.
Might be a good one.
Hello?
Hi, Aaron. This is Leah calling from Void Pest Control.
Yeah, how's it going?
Hi, it's going good. I have your account pulled up, and it looks like you passed for $20.
He's taking a call right now. What can I say? I'm just kidding. I don't want to get political. Yeah. So, what are you guys up to? What's new with what's new with you? How about them? How about the Padres? How about the baseball? All right. How about Joe Rogan? He's the best. He's more like a mentor to me, kind of like my second father. So I was talking about Joe Rogan.
Cool. Now I don't have to edit this out. I work at the Madhouse Comedy Club, and I got a call, and it was work related, so I just handled it real quick.
Business,
We're
man.
live in the brick room.
Anything can
At the
happen.
Madhouse Comedy Club during the day.
During the day.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry again for the interruption.
No fucking world.
So talk about you're traveling, listening to podcasts, thinking,
Yes.
I should do this. So
Yeah.
So what happened next?
So I do my little spirit journey, whatever. I don't know, spirit journey. It was just getting out, came back, and it was about halfway through the semester, so I had about like 2 months left, and I was like, well, I'm not really doing anything. I'm at home. I'm gonna start writing jokes, and I'm gonna get really into fucking stand-up comedy. I was like, this is something that I can really get behind, something I love. I've always kind of been like a creative person, but like, which is weird because I'm very bro-y naturally, but like there's a little kid in me that loves like making music, writing little stories and shit like that from when I was younger. So, and I had this, like, I loved public speaking. In high school, I'd like host assemblies, and I was like, it was an insane rush.
Nice.
Like,
so you got addicted pretty quick.
I got addicted early, and I didn't know that stand-up was similar to that. Like when I was in high school, it was something I always wanted to do, but I was terrified of actually like taking the jump, applying, of like, oh, what if, I don't know what I was worried about, like people thinking now, you're fucking hosting assemblies, you're gay. I don't know, that doesn't even make sense. There were a lot of straight guys who hosted assemblies. That was weird. But I did it, and I got on, and like writing all the scripts, exactly everything, throwing in light jokes and getting a laugh, and just being kind of immediate when hosting, and hearing laughs was a rush. So once I kind of saw stand-up, saw what could happen from doing stand-up in the world of comedy, I was like...
So what was your first open mic, or where?
So
I'm
this...
a little lost.
Okay, yeah, no, this is a long story. So this is the one. So this was like November of one of the 2020 or 2021.
That's a whole year difference.
I know. Well, when was it? I think it was 2020.
So November 2020, you were.
Yes, actually, yeah, November 2020.
So you're saying hosting assemblies for what? Your college or high school?
Oh, this was in high school.
Okay, so you went back in time.
I went back in time to give more feedback as to why comedy hit me, and I was like, oh, I need to fucking do this.
Okay. So you already had that in your background.
Yeah, I already had that in my background. I already got hooked to the feeling.
Yeah, and then you listen to podcasts.
Listen to
like,
podcasts,
oh,
got into stand-up during...
I get it. This is what you do. You practice.
Yeah.
You write jokes. You practice them.
And it was also like getting exposed to the world that this could be, like, you can make money off this. Right? This is...
Sure.
You could... yeah, eventually, right? Or...
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Patreon.
Exclusive.
All right now.
Video version. Anyway.
Or worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. Video version could be worse.
It was a comedy or worse, but also video might be worse.
It might be worse than the audio. You never know.
It could be worse.
It's the same audio. I don't know how it could be possibly worse. Oh, because you have a good imagination.
Imagination. Creativity.
This is what we really look like if you're watching the video.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off my pants now. I'm taking off my
Just
pants
his pants.
for the Patreon subscribers.
Not a shirt. No.
I have a really nice ass tattoo. It's really funny. And if you subscribe to the Patreon, you'll know what it looks like.
That's right. That is funny.
It is fucking... The tattoo is hilarious. And the concept behind it is, I don't know. I don't want
to tell me the story.
I don't want to toot my own horn. Right.
So
Okay.
where did you do your first open mic?
It was, I believe it was February 2021.
Okay.
Balls deep into comedy. I love it. I want to get into it. Everything in San Diego is closed. So
Okay.
I buy tickets to Andrew Santino's show in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck it. I drove to New Mexico. I've driven through Arizona. Like, I can do this in a day. I don't give a fuck. So I go to the show by myself, and I look up if there's any open mic opportunity spots to do it in Arizona, which there was one.
Okay.
And I believe it was Jerome, Arizona. So it was, I think, a couple days before the show. Santino's show. I go do the open mic, and it's probably like 20 comics and like maybe 5 other people. I wrote just dirty, dark, terrible jokes.
Okay.
I rehearsed it like fucking crazy. I went up, super nervous, but it went well.
Oh yeah.
Which I did not expect. And
Be prepared, you'll be surprised.
yeah, and everything was it was so stupid and dark. I will not do any of those today.
Oh, okay.
Fucking, I mean, they're funny, but like I don't know. I thought it was really fun at the time, and I'll throw it out in front of like if it's a bunch of like guys and like, can you tell me a fucked up joke? But it went really well, and I actually got a call back, and they're like, hey, you should come back, and I was like, I live in San Diego, so no.
That's a nice feeling.
It was a crazy feeling, and I was like, damn, maybe I can fucking do this. And then the second time I came actually to a parking lot here, outside of a 24-hour fitness.
Did you have Pinehurst in that one?
I don't know exactly. I know Walter was hosting.
Okay.
I remember meeting APD and Phil, so they're not coming back. And I think Josiah too, because I was like, I think Josiah's fucking funny, and I was like, I remember that guy's face, and I love it.
Yeah.
So it's weird coming back, and I'm like, I can't break it up. That's weird. But after that, got back into school, and I kind of got out of it and didn't really do it. It was still in my mind, but I was like, oh, get a job and do some corporate shit. Like, maybe I'll do this again on the side.
Yeah.
And that regret started building up a lot.
Wow. Comedy
And
dug its teeth into you.
yeah, it poisoned me. And yeah, it does that too. And then I went back, gave it a try. February, I was living in Orange County. I was working in Orange County, and I was like, oh, I gotta get back into it. So I did some mics in Orange County, not a whole lot, like maybe once every 2 weeks for the first month, and then it really tapered down.
Yeah.
And it was a wake up call, like, hey, you're not gonna kill. Like, it was bars. Orange County scene is cool. San Diego, way fucking, opportunity wise, way fucking better. Unreal.
Yeah.
It is unreal.
It's like, we almost don't want all the other comedians to know, because then they'll
They're
come here instead of LA.
Right. Go to LA and
Go to
Orange
LA.
County. Or fuck Austin, right?
Yeah, go to another. If you have to, you can come to San Diego. We'll welcome you, but
Right.
not too many of you at once.
Exactly. And also, sneaky spot, New Mexico. Beautiful place. They're thriving. Say what's up to Micah. Sorry, Micah. You're cool.
Well, New Mexico's a whole state.
It is a state, which is pretty big for a scene. Okay. Fuck. Yeah. So I did it a couple times, and then I moved down here, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking living at home, not a lot of responsibilities. Just working a couple part-time jobs. I quit like working full-time because I was working a lot, and I was like, I know I could do it after work, but I would be exhausted, and I wouldn't be able to put in as much energy as I wholeheartedly want to.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna move home, no girlfriend, a couple part-time jobs, not a lot of responsibilities, and write a fuck ton, go up every single day that I can, really give an honest try. So that's what I've been doing since
Oh, did you
July.
call the Comedy Store today?
No, I didn't do that. I haven't done the Comedy Store
Take a
once.
break and call the Comedy Store.
Is it still?
It's still time.
Okay.
Call them on air. This is how you
On
do it.
air.
This is how you do it.
What?
You call the Comedy Store, the Hoya Comedy Store, put your name, put your name on a ticket, and then it gets in a bucket, and it's drawn live. And if you go up, then you have an audience.
You do.
Stage time is gold. Like, it's very precious.
It is very
You
precious.
don't want to miss an opportunity. Like last Tuesday, I wasn't able to call because we had the holiday party here. So I was like, but I did pop over to ACC, so that was nice. I was able to get there.
Oh, fuck.
Are you trying to? figure out the
I'm
phone
looking,
number?
yeah. I got
You
it.
don't have the phone number saved on your phone?
No.
See,
Dude,
this is like
I've
a new
never
comic here.
gone up there. I've put my name in the bucket, I think, like 4 times and never got picked.
Well, save the number.
Hey, I'd like to put my name in for tonight's open mic raffle. Joey Joseph? Yes, sir. Awesome, thank you, sir. Bye-bye. That's how you do it.
That's right. You
Give him a
call.
call.
And you just are very businesslike. Don't make jokes. Just tell them your name, so you want to be on the bucket, and there you go. And then you can either call back or just watch
On
the
Facebook, yeah.
Facebook Live. It's more convenient than you
Yeah.
have to bug them.
Right, I'm sure they hate getting all the calls. So
Yeah. You have to call
Yes.
to get on the list, so
Right.
they understand that you're going to call about that.
Right.
But if you start being the one that keeps calling to see if you're on the list, they're going to be like, hey, look, ask your buddy to watch the live video.
Yeah.
Or watch the video afterwards. You don't have to watch it live. It just takes a couple minutes.
Right. And
Save.
then at the very end he goes over the list with
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
bull.
don't even have to watch it's a quick process. Anyway, enough
Easy.
about that.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, each open mic has its own process. You just learn, you join the Facebook groups, there's spreadsheets.
It's money, dude. This Facebook group chat, this spreadsheet is
Yeah, I just finally
Fantastic.
created an event on Facebook for Quantum Brewing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
every Friday.
yeah, that's
Every Friday, 8 p.m. to 9:30. Quantum Brewing.
Quantum Brewing. Check it
Which
out.
is near Mic Drop Comedy Club.
Your Mic Drop Comedy Club, check it out.
And open mic, and if you get good enough, you'll get a featured spot.
A
10
featured
minutes.
spot. 10 minutes. That's good stage time.
Yeah.
And like you said, stage time, crucial. Very
It's
important.
It's a bar show, so you get used to bar shows.
Yeah,
You can make a bar show laugh, then you got something.
you got something. There we go.
All right.
All right. What are we talking about?
Your specific process of getting into comedy.
Oh yeah.
So
yes.
when did you start doing comedy? No, the last thing you're talking about, you moved back here.
I moved back home to free up a lot of time and kind of just mental energy to like.
So what mics were you doing at first?
My first mic, I went to Mic Drop, and it was not good.
So you got up at mic drop.
I was on the alt list, so yeah, I got it up, but it
Late.
was
You got up late.
late after 35 people.
Oh my god.
And I didn't come to Madhouse for the first, I think, 2 weeks, because I was like, oh, I don't want to be up that late, blah blah blah. Then I realized you're gonna be up that late, and
Even for the adrenaline rush, right?
oh yeah, dude.
Go up at 8 o'clock somehow, and then you're like thinking about it. And so now it's 10 o'clock, and the Madhouse open mic is starting. I could have been over there.
100%. Yeah, and it's like the adrenaline rush. I feel like is insane if you either kill or you bomb your ass off. Because like you kill, like I've been like buzzing. I'm like, dude, I could fucking do anything. Like I'm gonna be a star. Think of all this shit, and you bomb. You're like, wow, I'm wasting my time. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't do this. And those can take you in 2 separate paths that can get you mentally distracted for like
Yeah,
5
but
hours.
you do enough of them,
Right.
you realize that you have to learn the skills to gauge the audience
100%.
and make adjustments so that you don't. You're gonna bomb. You're gonna pull out of a bomb.
Yes.
You've seen people pull out of bombs,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
They're like,
oh, yeah.
oh my god, they're bombing. Oh my god, how are they doing it?
They made a comeback. They found the right wire, snipped it, and
They probably won't go from a bomb to a crush,
Right.
but at least they
salvage it.
salvage
And
it.
you're not going to want to completely kill. You're not going to want to kill yourself immediately, right? Maybe a couple more days.
No one should ever kill themselves. It's not worth it.
Don't do it.
You should just get away from the situation.
Yeah.
If people feel trapped, there's always help out there.
Yeah.
Suicide helpline. What is it called? What's the number?
Fucking logic. I don't want to die anymore.
It's like 888 or something. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Hey, 200-300.
No, they have like a specific number. now.
Yeah. No, it's a good number.
It's not 911.
No.
Only call 911 if someone else is about to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you should call 911.
Or I feel like if you're about to, maybe call the cops. Like, hey, they might help. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get locked up.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Then they're gonna have a gun in your face and you're like, yeah, hit me. And then, yeah. Okay, that's getting dark.
I don't know what. I don't think they respond to it unless it's like a murder suicide kind of thing.
Oh, that's true. They won't put a gun in your face if you're suicidal.
Yeah.
That
doesn't make any sense.
right.
You better not kill yourself or I'll shoot you.
Fucking don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll shoot your hand. You can't shoot yourself.
Right.
Or whatever.
That's funny. Holding yourself hostage. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, we got all kinds of good ideas, all kinds of
A movie,
movie, script.
a script. Writing it. We're writing it.
We're writing it.
We're writing it. You don't see this iPad. It's full of
Questions.
questions and scripts.
Some answers now.
And some answers. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh, so what is your writing process for comedy?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I write about specific ideas,
Where do the ideas come from?
things that are special to me, so stuff that I want to write about. Like I have an idea of kind of how I want to be seen as a comedian. So I'm trying to gear specific topics that I talk about towards that, and write one-liners. I mean, I heard Bill Burr say for the first 2 years he was just writing one-liners to get yourself used to just the classic structure of a joke.
Right.
And one-liners are fucking tough, but once you can get the idea behind like a misdirect at the very end or some kind of pun, right? Some wordplay, you realize
That's right.
what creates a joke. Yeah,
No wrong.
just like a friend. So,
I hope you understand what he said.
Yeah.
I do.
references, he gets it. But yeah, so I pick a topic and I just write.
So what
how I feel.
draws you to the topic?
So I write about being a twin. I have an identical twin.
What is your twin doing right now?
He's at work, busting his ass. He is a project manager at a subcontractor company. So it's
Okay.
like construction management, and he's working on a project called Gaylord.
That's right.
That's right. That's legit. Look it up. Gaylord, which is perfect for my brother, cause he's fucking gay. Okay, no. Sorry, you might have to cut that out, or we can leave it. It's comedy. It's comedy. Joe Rogan, baby. So he's working his ass off. Not doing this podcast, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. Right here.
Yeah, he's the or worse. We're the comedy. He's the fucking worst.
Did you have a good relationship with your twin brother?
Now, amazing. Growing up, rough. Initially, everything was a competition. It was like intense, and we talk about it now, but never then. It was early on. I realized I thought that my brother was the better twin. like I was so insecure and I hated myself growing up. Almost in a self-sabotage type of deal that it wouldn't have to be a direct competition because I know whatever we did would drive me insane. And if I lost, I'd lose my fucking mind. And so we did everything together. Now we're like, I don't want to say inseparable. We're like, we're so fucking close. Like nothing will ever get past. Like nothing will ever compare to what we have now.
Yeah.
But growing up, we were competitive and not always on the same page and super friendly.
Yeah. So is he in San Diego?
He's in San Diego. Yeah, he's weird fucking parallels. I went to school in Orange County. He went to school in Pomona, which is like 30 minutes away. I think technically it's in LA. And then I decide I'm gonna move back in July. He decides he's gonna move back in August. So we moved back at the same exact time. So we're back at my parents' house, and it's cool hanging out close. Schedules don't exactly line up, so honestly there are times where like I don't see him for 3 days because I'm out at 6, he comes home late.
Right.
But we're tight and it's fucking cool. Yeah, but
Has he been to any of your shows?
he's been to the one actual show, the one larger show that I had been on. It was Stood Up Live here at the Madhouse Comedy Club.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he came out to that, and it went pretty well, which was great.
Yeah.
He went to one mic when I was doing it in Orange County, and I bombed my cock off, so that was not good. And he went to another open mic. I think it was a week before doing Stood Up Live, so I tried my very best material, and it went really well too. So
Cool.
that was cool to not eat shit in front of my brother. But yeah, he's funny too. Like he could do it if he really gets it. I think honestly he's funnier than I am.
There you go. It's not just about who's the funniest, it's about who wants it more.
Exactly. And for everyone at home listening or watching, if you're on the page where I'm like a fucking boss,
That's right. Prove. You think you're a baller? Prove it.
ball out, dude. Show us. Yeah, everyone knows someone who's really funny, but will not step on stage.
Right. And
They
a lot of
could.
people don't understand that they're. I don't know about you, but I hear a lot of street jokes. Or like, because we see so much comedy,
Mm-hmm.
like we see like the same, like someone posts something on Facebook, and it's like, well, that's funny, but I've heard that before.
Oh
You
yeah.
think you're coming up with original material, but
You're not, yeah.
it's like there's so many witty people that try it, and
Yeah.
they did it better than you probably.
Yeah, and they killed, and you're like, wow, this is the date. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, fuck. No. Yeah, I think there's a lot of funny people, but there's a combination of being funny, putting in the work to consistently write and build yourself, your story, your character, build your angle, and then also like stage fright, right? Like going up in front of a bunch of people is terrifying to almost everybody, right? So it needs to be a mix of everything, but I think mainly it's the hard work. I mean, I've been doing it for fucking 6 months, so I don't know shit, but I'm just saying, yeah, there's a lot of funny people out there. So if you think you're funny, do stand up. Give it a fucking shot.
Might as well.
Yes. Yeah. What was the topic? It was writing, right? Writing?
Yeah, I think let me ask you this. Do you ever like have you just pop in your head an idea and you just write it down?
Yes. So there are things that I observe, and now that I've been doing it for a while, and like I feel like my mind has gotten more used to seeing things as like, this could be fucking material, right? And coming up with like a situation that make it even funnier.
Sure.
And then I write it down immediately in my notes, or maybe I'm sleeping, which is weird, but like I have nights where I cannot sleep at all because my brain is spinning so fast, and I'm just coming up with jokes.
Yeah.
Has that happened to you before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I got off caffeine, and it's to help with, like, you know, being able to be more like go to sleep when I want to and stuff. But there are times where I just get all, you know, manic, and it's like I have to write or you know, or do something to like occupy my brain.
Okay.
So that I can like get to a point where I can go to sleep and get some rest.
Yeah. Have you ever, because this happens to me, like, I can't fall asleep, I can't fall asleep, and it's because I keep coming up with ideas.
Yeah, that
It's like a
happens
weird
occasionally.
creative fever dream where it's just like, oh.
I would call that a manic. That's manic.
You'd say that's manic?
It's a little bit manic.
I'm manic, okay.
I mean, I'm not here to diagnose you.
I'm the manic.
I'm just knowing what I've seen people, and they're like, oh yeah, that was a night. Later on, they're like, oh yeah, that was a manic episode, and they had been diagnosed. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean? So.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So yeah, like when you can't stop thinking about something, you have to like play it out and write it down, or whatever. Then that's the definition, right?
Wow. I don't know. I haven't
So you know, as long as you don't, you know, do stuff that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
You know,
As long as you be productive,
yeah,
you can create good things.
productive,
No, yeah.
that's good.
I think, calming yourself down. So so you're off caffeine.
Yeah, I'm off caffeine.
Oh.
Not really drinking right now.
Mm.
What I drink is soda water,
Okay.
and then I'll put like either something to make it have flavor, you know.
Gotcha. Do you like?
You know, something like mint or
Oh, wow.
fruit or.
Oh, that's very
Right now I have like fruit and a cucumber in there.
nice. So that's very wholesome and healthy. That's healthy as fuck, dude.
Yeah, because like you know, you can listen to your body.
Yeah.
And you have gut bacteria, and if you cultivate a good gut bacteria,
Yeah.
it just, when you introduce stuff that's bad for you, it rejects it at first.
Yeah.
And then if you keep doing it, then it will change your gut bacteria, and then it will crave that. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's also when I was younger, I could drink and it wasn't like a lot of consequences. But now, sometimes like I drink one beer and it's not exactly a hangover. It's just the beginning of it, you know, like just like this weight, this fog, you know, this sluggishness.
I agree.
And it's like, why do I, you know, alcohol is poison. Why am I poisoning myself? There's no real reason.
Yeah.
It's not worth but I'm different. I can pretend to be drunk, you know, like it's not just acting. I could just
Mentally get to that state.
mentally go, oh, it's playtime, and
Yeah.
just fuck around. You
Yeah.
know? Like, but you know, it's a lot easier when you're hanging around a lot of comedians all at night.
Right.
You know.
And sometimes they're drunk. And
Yeah,
you
they don't
just-
notice that you haven't been drinking.
Right.
And also, everybody thinking about to not drinking, just the first thing to do is just be like, no, I don't do shots. And if you're not doing shots, then you could be drinking whatever,
Right.
and people are just talking to you, didn't realize that you're not drinking.
Right. And you keep talking to them, and they get more fucked up, and it becomes a thing where it's like,
Yeah,
what are they gonna be like? Wait, hold on, you're not that drunk. They're fucked. They're fucked. They're not fucked. Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just add groups of people and you just go to another group.
Oh, dude. Yeah. That whole thing in the comedy, like it took me a while to get used to that, cause like it's it's different socially because like I used to work a sales job and I go to networking events. I fucking hated it. It's not necessarily fake, but it's all laughing, giggling, talking about bullshit. Whereas here, it's so real that like when you're kind of done with the conversation, you just turn and go to a different one.
Yeah.
Or you just turn and sit down, you go on your phone, you do writing. It is a very interesting thing. And I like it.
Yeah, and comics can really sniff out people that are being fake.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, or doing bits. You don't want to do bits in front of other comics.
Yeah.
You want
Especially if they've heard it before.
to, yeah.
That's, it's like,
Save
okay.
it for the stage.
Yeah.
Or, you know, record it on your own. Say it out loud
Right.
to yourself.
Yeah. I remember there was a mic I did in Orange County, and there was this guy. It was me and a couple of the younger dudes who were there, and there was this older black guy who was pretty funny. But I could tell he was trying to connect with us because like we were hanging out talking, and there weren't that many other comics there.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to get in with us, and he's just doing his bits, and it's completely obvious, and like it honestly wasn't making us laugh, and he's just looking, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, I don't know, or like it was odd, and
Yeah.
a little uncomfortable.
Exactly.
So if you want to try a bit, ask someone first. Hey, can I try a bit on you? And maybe they'll say, fuck you, no. And then you don't. Or they'll help you out.
Or you
Listen to
can just go to the other group of people and ask them.
There we go. You just go to a different group, run your bits by them, and then soon, no one will want to talk to you. But in San Diego, we have homeless people outside, so you can go talk to them.
I've never tried that. Run bits by homeless people.
Yeah, that might be a move.
The thing about homeless,
What's the deal with dog shit, right?
why does my shit not look like more like dog shit? That would be so convenient.
Right, yeah. Take a lot of little shits and spread them out instead of having one right. Yeah. You got a lot of questions, holy shit.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get through them.
Nice.
Do you have any hobby or passion that's not related to comedy that you're doing right now?
So I love soccer. I'm a huge soccer fan.
Do football?
Football, sí. Muy bien. Muy bien, Aaron. I grew up playing soccer. I grew up watching soccer. I grew up playing a fuck ton of FIFA and became obsessed with the whole world and just a big fan. I don't play as much now. I'll play for fun, but I'm honestly not interested in really getting into like a competitive league. But I love watching the game. I love playing FIFA still. I fucking go to town.
Do you have a PS5?
I have an Xbox One, but I think you do cross-platform. Do you play FIFA or no? Oh, okay. It's like
I stopped playing the sports games when they got too realistic.
oh shit.
I'm like, oh, now I really have to understand how to play. Well, not so much soccer, but I understand the concept of soccer. Although, but like, American football was like,
You gotta
pick
like
the wrong play.
right.
Just trying to scam likely. Okay, well, I'm not going to answer that one.
Stay safe.
Technology is nice. It tells you sometimes.
Technology's sick. Go technology. Shout out Steve Jobs.
Okay, let's make sure that these calls are messing with recording.
Oh fuck.
No, it's still recording.
Woo! Woo woo woo!
That's the beauty of having a watch that can take phone calls.
Yeah. Hobbies. I love soccer. Watch soccer. Play FIFA. I don't play golf a lot, but I enjoy it because it's prime fuckery. It is a very fuck around environment around old white guys that are probably rich. So it makes me want to fuck around even more, and I enjoy it. I like to work out. That's kind of it. Yeah, those are my core
Cool.
hobbies. Roonies. What are you? What are you into? Or this is what I'm asking you about.
I play video games. I make merch.
Oh yeah, Mark.
2 skits. Do you count that as comedy? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I think skits are definitely, it's in the world, right? I've written a couple with Jack and Rosalie, and we've kind of made a little group. So I
Yeah,
think
that's cool.
it's definitely something I'm really trying to get into. In the nearest future, just recording, writing, acting too. It's like multi-dimensional, and I think it's sick as fuck. So go skits, go comedy, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the goal with the skit? To like submit to festivals or contests, or just put it out to help your social media? Or?
I think putting it out. I think contests are cool, but I'm not focused. Like honestly, stand-up contests like JFL. I'm not like, oh, I need to get on just for laughs. I think it'd be sick, but it's not like, oh, I need to win these contests to have the best sketch or to be the funniest stand-up. I think just creating it, putting it out, hopefully getting exposure, entertaining people. Obviously, it's great to support, your own stand-up brand fucking account. Just expose yourself to more people through that. But I think like creating it and having fun, and creating something that looks good. I think it's for the love of the game. So I think it's sick. And yeah, that's my thing. So yeah, writing a lot of ideas down. Filmed one. We're gonna film in a couple of days. Do something too, which is cool. But yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude. Good comedy.
So what are your goals in comedy?
Madhouse open mic every night and kill in front of all these awesome people.
You want to kill like 365 days in a row?
Nah, that'd be fucking exhausting actually.
100 years later, he still hasn't done it.
Yeah. Still in here crying.
Well, no, because one day you're sick. Damn it!
That's true.
Next
Oh,
year.
that's true.
Fuck. Or I guess if you're trying to do 365 days, you would start over for the year. You would just have to start the count over.
Right. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
That's not one of my goals, so thank God.
Just making that up.
Yeah, that's a good one. My goals, this is weird. I'm a big dreamer. I'm a big dream guy. I'd love to eventually be a comedy actor, comedic actor. I think, making a living by doing stand-up or something in the comedy realm is the highest potential, coolest fucking thing I could think of as a career.
Yeah.
I think, working in kind of like an office job and doing sales is like, I worked for a soccer team, which I love soccer, and I was like, oh, I can see myself enjoying this, but telling jokes for a lot of people, making them laugh, and because you create it and making a decent living is fucking unreal.
Yeah.
That is so sick. So I think if I could do that, that would be an amazing life goal. Past that, it'd be cool to be a comedic actor, be like a Rob Riggle, or a fucking, what's his name? Just like a side actor in big comedy movies.
Sure.
I think that'd be cool, just to be a part of it, right? Or be a part of a show. I loved Workaholics. Workaholics is my shit. I think writing some kind of TV show with stupid bro humor, because that's what I'm into. That would be awesome. I don't have exact goals as of right now, but I I do want to dip my toes in a lot of things in the comedy world in terms of writing, performing, acting, all that kind of shit. So
Have you ever done like a comedy song?
a song? I have written the beginning of a rap.
Look at this, white boy rapping.
White boy rapping. So before I got into stand-up, I was like, I could be a music producer. Easy.
Producer?
Yeah. So like coming up with beats, I listen to Troy Boy, fucking dirty beats, dude. If you've never listened to Troy Boy, go to Troy Boy, listen to, it's called ILI. Go ahead, hits. So I kind of got into that and started making some, like, not necessarily rap beats. Actually, I did make a rap beat and I'm saying over it. It was ridiculous. But I started making like EDM stuff, and then I started adding clips from movies, Step Brothers, and I was like, I don't want to make good music. I want to make funny fucking music.
Oh yeah.
Where one of the drops was like in Talladega Nights, where the little kid at the dinner table like I'm a fucking, what is it? Like a spider monkey, right? And I had that as a drop, and I was like, dude, this is awesome.
So just the voice of that, him saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And clipping a bunch of stuff and having just quotes and stuff from like movies. I was like, this is so ridiculous, but having like a decent beat and like chord progression behind it.
Sure.
I think it's
Have you ever
hilarious.
thought to just write the lyrics yourself instead of having
Yeah.
clips?
Yeah. I did like begin to write a rap that I haven't finished with like an ideal kind of beat that's already in there. I actually, so I used to play guitar a lot and I wrote a couple songs.
Wow.
So I've written lyrics before. It's pretty cute. But man,
We should collaborate. I got a country music song.
Oh yeah.
The lyrics, I need music for it.
No shit. I could definitely
It's a
come
fun-
up with a quick.
It's a fun.
Yeah.
I'll show you later.
I love that shit. I thought about like maybe writing songs, comedy songs too, like OG Sandman, right? At a medium bass. Adam Sandler is a funny one. No, I'm be done with that.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
What are your comedy goals?
I want to be able to go into a comedy club and then say, oh, can I get some stage time? And they say yes. Right?
Oh yeah. And you bump on the other fuckers and like, dude, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're maybe happy to see me. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying you're doing it just to flex on the other guys,
Yeah,
but
it's not
like
about that.
to be able to consistently kill and build a reputation. Like, oh, Aaron is a fucking tank.
Yeah,
We love and respect this guy. Please come
Sure,
on.
I want to be maybe to be able to tour or to be a comedic actor or to do comedy songs, or just have a website and sell the merch and some people know the jokes, some of the stuff they just buy it because it's funny,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything. I just concentrate on everything.
Spread
Have
the
this
seed.
podcast be so big that I can have Joe Rogan come on my podcast.
Yeah. And then you disagree with everything he says.
No, I disagree with him. Oh yeah. Just mimic what he does.
That's it, same thing.
You don't want to piss off his audience.
Yeah, DMT's kind of for pussies. I don't know. It's alchemy. No,
Real people figure out how to DMT themselves without the drugs. That's what I'm doing right now.
There we go, dude. I'm doing it inside.
You don't need any help from the outside.
Yeah. That's funny. I was gonna say, for everyone listening at home, if you've never seen Aaron's comedy set, it's very unique. It's
all
great.
comedy in San Diego.
Woo!
Live.
Like, I can definitely see you, like, being typecasted for, like, a role in a comedy movie. Like,
Thank you.
that's fucking, yeah, I think you definitely have.
Typecast any day.
And week, baby. Get that residual, or probably not residual, for it. They replace every actor with AI.
Well, no, it's a fight. Yeah, fight. I haven't read the contract. I'm not set after in that yet, but yeah, I love being on set. Like
So have
an extra.
you've done acting and stuff before?
Well, like I had a one line. I was an extra in different web series.
Okay.
So
Nice.
this one called Learning Town, which is an awful web series, but definitely was
Learning
fun.
Town. What the fuck is that?
Have you heard of Paul and Storm? Like their comedy music duo.
I've not.
Yeah, they did a web series.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really fun to be on set, and it seemed like it was good. And then just you watch it, and you're like, oh, why did they do that? Why did they edit it like that?
Yeah.
Or it's also, it's not just the editing. I'm not,
Right.
you don't know what the overall vision is and stuff. I don't know. I have no idea why it turned out bad. And it's also subjective, right?
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I liked it enough to watch the whole thing.
Right.
But I just,
And the idea to be a part of it, but
yeah.
maybe not to do it again.
Well, I had no choice. They didn't do a season 2.
Yeah, no choice. They got canceled because it was subjective.
I was only a background or an extra anyway, so not to even say that I would have been able to be in season 2.
Okay.
But
That's cool though.
or yeah, I don't know. I might check if they ever do a season 2. I might check in to see how it turned out. Give it a chance. That's right.
Are you actively looking to do like are you on acting sites and audition shit?
No, just trying to concentrate on our own projects right now.
In the sketches?
Yeah, I mean, if like, I just was in, Dave Callens came a few weeks ago and filmed in here, and I did some extra work for him. So, yeah, if people want me to be in stuff, then I'll do it, but I'm not gonna drive to LA right now to do it. Not looking to do that. I mean, if somebody wanted me to be in something in LA, I might do it, and then also try to go and do stand-up there.
Oh yeah.
I've been going to LA, not so much recently because of the holidays. But it's good to go to other cities, and you can go in do comedy for a group of comedians and do your stuff, and they will laugh because they haven't seen it.
Right. And that is also a good, I guess, I don't want to say litmus test, if that's the right thing, but like to see where your jokes are to different regional comedians, right? Which, I mean, obviously you do it for the crowd, but
yeah, you're always hoping that there's going to be real people, quote unquote, real people in there too.
Right.
But a lot of times it's just a bunch of comics because open mics are a crapshoot, It's.
But not at Madhouse Comedy Club.
Well, and also you have to have the right attitude.
Yeah.
You can just be like laughing at how bad someone's doing.
Yeah.
But you
Watching
make
the ball,
sure
right?
that they understand that you're laughing, not at their jokes, but I don't know, it's hard to explain.
And I feel like at the situation as a whole.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And not always in an insulting way. Like, oh man, this guy sucks. I'm laughing at him. It's like I've seen this before. It's not hidden tonight, and you're like, and you just feel like, oh fuck, that's
There's uncomfortable laughter. There's if you're, especially if you're not laughing at the right spots. I think comedians that understand will get that they might after they're done with their set and they leave. You can always leave and to give them feedback. Say, yeah, I was laughing, but
not at the punchline.
Not at the punchline. I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah,
Other
that
comedians
might be
will
tough.
definitely tell you the difference between people laughing because it's funny and people laughing at how bad you're doing.
You're like, hey man, I had a great time, but because you sucked. No, that's tough.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. It makes it sound worse than it is.
Right. It's there's
especially
more.
in San Diego. It's such a welcoming community, and people want people to do good.
Yeah.
But, sometimes they don't, and it's just.
Yeah.
And you can see what someone's trying, and then there's a disconnect for some reason.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just you're laughing at the person on stage that you do find funny. And it's funny that no one else in the audience but you find it fun.
Yeah.
It's like this.
It is a weird situational thing, right? I gotta pee real quick. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. All right, guys. For everyone on Patreon, I'm gonna go piss on the table. Okay.
He didn't bring a container, so he has to go to the actual bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good time to tell you every Friday, we have the Quantum Brewing Show at the Quantum Brewing, and also looking for more featured comedians. So message me. I'm Aaron Made You Laugh on the internet. Or maybe you're Facebook friends with me already. Message me if you want a spot. I will see what if I think you have 10 minutes, and message me what date you want to, because a lot of times people are just hitting me up and they're like, then we got to go through these steps of okay, even if you aren't unsure if I will book you, just still tell me a date, because then we could skip a whole question. Very busy with projects. It's not that I don't enjoy talking to people, it's just streamlined stuff is better. As far as just other regular people, go see live comedy. Go see live comedy.
OC Live Comedy.
Go see live comedy.
Go see live comedy. That's
Yes.
exactly what I said the first time. Fuck. Okay.
After this podcast, go see live comedy.
Yes.
Or on the way, you can listen to the podcast on the way. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you have any big questions you for sure want to ask? I have a couple I want to ask.
Yeah, so I have more questions. What is your favorite joke?
Ever?
Your favorite joke as of right now?
Ooh.
Wherever you to interpret the question.
Can I give you two?
Sure.
Okay. My favorite joke right now is in Shane Gillis's Beautiful Dogs. Beautiful Dogs. My favorite joke is the gay Vikings bit, where he talks about I think gay bad guys are scary. He's like, can you imagine gay Vikings you see the Viking longships come up to your small town, like, oh no, they're gonna rape our wives and children, and then you see them pull up the gay flag. You're like, oh fuck, that's way worse. Like they're gonna get raped themselves. And I was like, that's funny and fucked up. That makes me giggle.
Sure.
And then my second up there is a Norm Macdonald joke, and it's something where he talks about I think a moth goes into a psychiatrist, and he starts talking about troubles with his life, all this stuff, and he does I think 2 to 3 minutes, or maybe it's shorter, but it's a long time of this moth explaining all of these terrible things going on in his life. Have you heard this one or no?
No,
Okay.
that sounds funny.
All this stuff going on in his life, how he needs help, right? And then the psychiatrist goes, oh, well, I'm a psychiatrist, you should go see a psychologist. Why did you come here? And the moth goes, because the light was on. I was like, he's wasted so much fucking time. I got so deep, and I was like, God, fucking Oh, I love it.
What a twist.
What a twist.
What a simple twist, but that's so good.
Man, yeah, I fucking love that one. What's your favorite? You've probably been asked this before. But...
I hate favorites. I only ask it as a means to an end. The means is for us to the audience to get to know you better. You know, I'm part of the audience. I don't know you that well.
That's true.
But this is definitely going to help me get to know you better.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't ask me questions, but I'm just trying to discourage people from asking the same questions I ask because I can't even remember which of those questions I've already answered. I want to keep answering the same questions
shit
over and over.
right?
Because eventually, I'm going to have answered them all.
You're saying the same thing in the same podcast, just like Joe Rogan. Fucking Christ, he does it a lot. Okay.
So yeah, there'll be time for you to answer, asking questions. So what's your favorite place to do comedy right now?
My favorite place to do comedy is Madhouse is great. My favorite place is ACC.
That's tonight, baby.
It is tonight, baby. I am an employee there. I've done a good amount of time there. I love the crowd that it pulls. I think just being there and working there, like it feels kind of like home, and I've gotten very comfortable up there. I think the crowd that it is able to pull is very unique.
Well, I mean, they're also only doing it every once a week.
Right,
so
yeah.
Kind of builds some tension.
It builds some tension, definitely builds demand. If it was every day, it would not be that fun. Yeah, that honest. This Madhouse is very special and amazing I feel like for an audience and a comedian. Comedian, you can work bits out every day and get that consistency, and for an audience, you can go see comedy, free comedy every day.
That's right.
With an awesome happy hour and just a beautiful location down in San Diego. But yeah, I'd have to go with ACC. So.
Cool. So do you have merch right now?
Do not have merch. It is in the back of my mind, but like I think once I build a big enough audience and I have an idea of some specific.
Well, why have a big audience to have merch? Shouldn't it be revolved around having a good enough set where you feel like you wouldn't be embarrassed to say, "Oh yeah, I got merch." Because you're meeting potential new fans every time you do comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
How else are you gonna grow? How are they gonna remember you? They're
Right.
gonna remember you. But if you have merch that has some way to connect.
I think once I'd rather have an audience first, because I feel like it'd be easier to sell to people who are already consistently following me, like on Instagram, and have gone to shows and all that kind of shit. And I feel like because it'd be easier to sell, I don't want to worry about it until I have a large enough audience that I know I can push stuff out, and I won't be trying to push stuff out when there's a chance, honestly, like maybe no one will buy it, or maybe it'll be one person. So I think I'm just saving that kind of business venture until once I have a fan base.
Alright.
So I know you have merch, which I'm a fan of, all over your body. What was the first piece of merch that you ever made?
The pretzel t-shirt.
Yeah, okay. No shit.
I still have some available in white.
In white, whoa.
Has my old handle on it though, so it's kind of. I wish I would have thought of Aaron to make you laugh right away, but I was for a short time. I went from Game Jumper X to comedian AET, and then I was like, this isn't working for me. It's not. It was just a placeholder, and I didn't realize it at the time. also when I did that, I was like, oh, maybe I should start saying, because I'm just being introduced as Aaron Trahan and not my middle name, and then I put all my middle initial in there. And then, so I switched brands. So that's the only bad part about that merch is that it has the old handle on it. But it's vintage. It's a collector's item.
Day one. Be day one fan, or people will think that you're day one of Aaron Trahan.
Exactly.
Exclusive. Never gonna be made again because it's a different people. So fuck it. Get it now. Patreon. Okay.
Yes. So you had a twin, but what was your family like growing up?
It was very supportive. My mom was like a teacher, so she's always very nurturing, very loving, very supportive.
She's still a teacher?
She's a librarian now.
Wow.
She
So
fucking.
good job. Sidestep?
It's kind of a lower sidestep. But after like the districts became stricter on requirements and standardized testing, she's like, it is not, and like you can't bring cookies to people on your birthday. She's like, what the fuck kind of world? No. But a lot of stuff started happening within the district that made teaching become more standardized, which from a bigger perspective I understand, but from her, she's like, I can't give each kid like the attention, the opportunities that they need to learn, because every kid's different, right? And she just did not like what the San Diego district was becoming, so she became a librarian. She loves it, but she's a teacher with kids, so she very supportive, very loving. I was very close to her growing up. She'd always take us to stuff because my dad he runs a small business, and he's working a shit ton. But a lot of it was good, a good family life.
Well, what kind of business is he running?
He's a real estate appraiser. So he goes to properties and creates some valuations for them. And it was like, it was my grandpa did, he took it over. And growing up, I thought that was the most fucking boring thing you could do.
So you never would think that you would want to do that?
No shot. No. Does not seem fun. My dad, he thought to me like, like, I'm not.
So if you have a twin, do you have any other brothers or sisters?
No. After us. They're
So
like,
he's gonna
fuck
have to.
that.
He's gonna have to like sell the business.
Yeah, or he's just gonna. I think he's just gonna close it down. I think he's gonna stop it, and that might be soon.
Really?
Yeah, he's applied to a job at the city. Hopefully he gets
So you
it.
don't have to work as much?
Yes, it'll be more structured and like a better pay, but yeah, he won't have to be running his own business and worrying about all the little shit. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's interesting until you have them talk about it and get to know it, and it's like, ugh, fuck.
Well, I mean, it's interesting in the fact of even if you have a successful business, in the fact that he's able to make his living off of it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's true, and it
Things
is.
doesn't
Yeah.
always necessarily things doesn't always grow,
Yeah.
and then you sell it for this huge profit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just you're doing it for a job, and then it's like, oh, you don't want to do it anymore, and you can just stop doing it.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have, well, even if you had debt, you could just close your business with debt.
Bankrupt, yeah.
It's,
Good old business. It is weird to think about, like, now that I'm in, it's like, we're all kind of entrepreneurs.
yeah, exactly. That's
Very
why
much.
it's interesting.
And this guy's making merch,
I have
so.
merch. I just bought, committed to 100 t-shirts. Yeah.
Oh, nice, okay.
And it's a totally different thing. Well, I have one that's similar. It's gonna say, I finally found the best thing on the internet. It has a QR code that goes to my link tree. So
Good.
it's kind of like a joke. Like I'm the best thing on the internet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So obviously you would tell people where it goes and it's like so they can give people business cards.
Right.
But I bought 100 of them so that it's gonna be a better deal.
Yeah.
So I can actually
Burnable could make some money off this.
money off of it,
Yeah.
and then you invest that money into buying other stuff that has a higher cost and a lower profit margin, but it's more of the stuff that I want to sell. You know, like the all over print is expensive.
That's a lot. That's a lot of deep color.
Paying like I'm selling them for $60 and I'm not making a lot of money off of it.
Fuck.
But I have to keep the price at 60 to make it even worth selling.
Right.
So.
Man.
And my reason to do merch is because, when I was going to college, I was like, didn't know I wanted to be a comedian, but I saw designs of shirts and some of them were funny, and I was like, oh, I want to do that, and I did do that. I just didn't ever sell anything. You spend time working on it, and you had those sites, and I just wish I would have like kept at it.
And built,
Because even if I would have had all this time, never making money at least I would have more experience.
Right.
And what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Okay. The origin story of Aaron's work.
And
Nice.
figure out too that eventually, if I ever do get good, or, like the podcast can have its own merch. Like or my comedy can have its own merch or whatever. It's like now, if you're not doing it yourself, that means you're gonna have someone else do it. Which once you get other people involved, you're gonna make less money.
Right.
And you're gonna not have things as like you want it.
Right. Let's create freedom. Yeah. There we go.
So might as well do it now.
Do it now. Learn it. Get it. That's good. Shit. Entrepreneurs. We're entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I don't like to put entrepreneur and just
No.
be like, I'm a comedian and an artist.
Yeah.
And that should sell itself.
There we go. Artiste.
Yes.
Very nice. That's cool.
Yes. So what's the biggest audience you've ever performed for?
Biggest audience.
Obviously, you don't have to have exact counts.
Dude, I don't know exactly what they fill up at ACC. When I did Stood Up Live, I believe it was like 90 people.
Nice.
I feel like there have been some times at ACC that it was more. But yeah, it probably confirmed would probably be the 90 at Stood Up Live.
That's cool.
Good time. What about you?
What's the biggest audience you think you could handle right now?
Coming from my lack of experience performing to big audiences, I feel like we're also working at ACC, seeing what it can fill up to. I think if it's, I don't think I'd notice a difference of like 90 to 200. I know the capacity at ACC is 208. I see people, I've seen it fill up. I feel like in terms of stress and vision wise, like I would know up to like the middle row, and past that, like the back tables, I won't see them. There's a chance I won't notice them.
Right, but if if
nerve wise, or
if they somehow you got to perform at a Balboa Theater,
yeah,
do you think you would see yourself going, oh, I can't, that's too big, I can't do it, or you would step up to the challenge, or
fuck. That's a good question.
you got 2 months to prepare.
2 months to prepare? Yes.
Hell yeah.
2 months to prepare. If it was like tomorrow, if it was in a few days, I'd be like, oh fuck. I don't know, but maybe when I'm ready. there's like the concept that I'm kind of struggling with right now is trying to get as much opportunity as I can, but at the same time knowing that the product, the quality will grow in time.
Sure.
So like posting clips on Instagram, like initially I was like, dude, I'm gonna put everything on Instagram. I'm gonna subtitle it, add my little tag at the bottom. I'm gonna push it to everything, and then I listened to a podcast. I forgot. I think it was We Might Be Drunk with Sam Morrell, Mark Norman, and Stavros. They talked about pushing out content as a newbie, but knowing that in a year your jokes can be way better. So I'm like, should I wait until I'm 10 times better and post that out, or have this other stuff on the internet get more exposure, but maybe not it be the best quality? So I'm like trying to I don't know.
Well, I think another reason to do stuff where you're riffing or audience interaction is that, yes, in theory, as you get better at comedy, hopefully you're going to get wittier and quicker and think of things are better, but it's more like, I don't think it will ever get, you're not burning material,
Mhm.
and also you're not going to get like 10 times better. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
does that make sense? Because unless you enhance your brain somehow, right?
Right,
You're not going to get quicker.
On DMT, like Joe Rogan and the other. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yes.
You're thinking, oh, this is gonna be so funny because they're all glowing orange, and I'm gonna say something that subtly mentions orange, and they're gonna get it, and then you bomb, and then you're like, oh yeah, I watched back the video, and they weren't really glowing orange.
Yeah.
They didn't. Oh, no wonder they didn't laugh at that.
They were not all
Orange
centaurs.
glad to see me,
Yeah.
which is also a street joke.
Have you ever? Oh yeah. Oh man, dude, Dave Diaz has a fucking orange joke that I remember just fucking.
Wow, what a coincidence.
That's
Every
right.
color is comedy.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up. Is it okay if I say it on the podcast or no?
You're gonna tell someone else's joke on the podcast.
Well, the concept is funny as fuck. Okay, I won't do it. Never
Just
mind.
look up. If it sounds interesting, look it up.
Dave Diaz. It's okay. I won't do it. Audience size. Yeah. I think with enough time.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you? What? I said. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, this is a new question.
Okay.
That I came up with, so you can ask me. Sure. Do I think I could do about? It's all about how much time for me right now. I think I could do Balboa Theater, but it's someone would have to ask me to do it, right?
Right.
So then the responsibility, if I do bad, it's like, well, you should have known. You've seen my comedy, I'm gonna try to bring it.
That's a great
and
point.
Sell it,
Yeah.
right? So it's not my fault that it didn't go well. If I'm doing my best,
Right. Yeah.
it's also about who else is going to be on the show, how much time I'm going to get, these things. If it was like, oh yeah, this headliner is, fits in with your style, so the audience is going to be a higher percentage of people are going to get my puns and my
Right.
humor.
Yeah.
Then yeah, and then it's also they're not asking me to do some crazy amount of time to where it's like, sure I could do 20 minutes, but the middle part is
It's gonna be
it's gonna be a struggle or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean I've done 19 minutes, but
Oh wow.
that was a audience in OB that loved my comedy.
Oh hell yeah.
I was able to do a little crowd work and do all the bits and
Nice.
Yeah. exactly.
A little fan base in OB.
Yeah, I want to be able to get back there. Not be able to, haven't been able to right now. So, do you ever do a character on stage, or is it always just you?
I've been toying with this, so it's
Okay.
not necessarily character. Some of the times I'm myself,
Yeah.
but like what I think an angle that I'm trying to test out is like very unenthusiastic bro idiot.
Okay.
And I've tried to really amplify that, and it has not gone well at all. I'm like trying to play like a yeah, so da da da, and eventually I look back at the footage. I'm like, I just look exhausted. I look tired. I'm just standing there.
Have you seen Josh Myrtle?
Yes, he's got it down.
Yeah, I've seen him. I don't know if he always did that or it just felt like there was a time where he just was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it takes time. So the problem about doing that set is you have to remember sometimes it's almost like starting over.
Right.
So are you so committed to do that you put the time in to start over?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, Josh. The first time I saw him, I was like, I fucking love this guy. I love this guy. What he's going for.
Yeah,
I love his character.
Yeah, like he does it in a way to where most people are in on the joke
Immediately.
He's just. I think people don't really think that he's being. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Right.
Because you get to talk to him off stage and he's not.
He's not like that. Yeah.
He's not like that.
Yeah.
So you understand he's doing a character kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I get that, and I want to do something similar, but what I've tried has not gone great yet. And when I do, because I feel like my jokes are kind of can translate to that as opposed to just doing it myself. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to work on. But have you? Because you do somewhat of a character on stage.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the news thing that I've been doing is I have a new set of puns, 2 different ones,
Mhm.
where there's the sandwich shop where like instead of the pretzel one is just the beginning part, the girl says something and then the rest of it is like me saying pun after pun after pun
yeah.
after pun, but the new angle, which is harder to do, although, I mean, it's harder in the sense because it's different.
Mhm.
And then also I'm adding in the factor of saying, because I was like, oh, I'm like saying she said, and then doing my voice, and then I said, doing my voice. So the newest thing is I'm saying she said, and then I'm kind of like doing a character, like I'm pretending to do what I thought she sounded like.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's an act out while you're already in
It's an act
character.
out. Yeah, I guess it's an act out more than a character, because I'm not like quickly putting on a wig and like standing over here, and I don't know, how do you define a different character?
Fuck, that would be if you know.
I hit a wig and then
You hit a wig, you put it on, and your voice is exactly the same.
oh, yeah.
And you're still doing your character. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's funny when like other comedians will find fun, but then you try it on stage and it's like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Does he realize he's just doing his own voice with a wig on?
Yeah. That might bomb. That might be a terrible idea. But in my head, it sounds funny.
I know.
But yeah, I feel like I've heard the sandwich one, but I haven't. I don't know. I don't remember it that much.
That's fine.
Is it like an act out with more puns, except it's like from her
Doesn't have
side?
more puns yet, no. I gotta think of more of them.
Mm.
And also I gotta like it's also like, if I really remember the pretzel one, like it took a lot of like tweaking, because there was times where I was like, the first tweak was like, I gotta do puns faster,
Yeah.
because people were like groaning, and it was like, I think someone just like gave me feedback. You know, I know it was Josh Krebs who gave me feedback that you're not gonna do them faster. And I immediately tried that. I'm like, yes,
No shit.
that definitely.
Nice.
And then there's also there also was a point where right now in the joke, she doesn't like it, right? And then for a few months I did a whole different set of puns where she was into it, you know, and I took that as far as I could, and then I was like, you know, I think I like it that better when she didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh wait, is this the skateboard one?
No, this is the pretzel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then like, yeah, the first new set was like, oh, I want to, like, the idea is like, oh, everybody loves the pretzel joke. Like, I want to recreate that. I want to do it again, a different joke. So I was like toying with the idea of a skateboard, and then I like it, you know, but I want another one. So now I did a sandwich shop, and then the sandwich shop, I was like, I actually got the courage to like do a different voice. Where I got the idea and then I just did it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So that's exciting.
Learning process of Aaron Trahan. When did you start out wanting to do somewhat of a character, or were you yourself?
Well, I have told this before, but I'll tell you again, or tell the audience and you for the first time. I'm 52 years old, so I didn't, you know, I started comedy 5 years ago. So I got trained by my friends and family that for them to understand that I'm doing a joke now is I would have to exaggerate and do a different voice.
I just
and
listened to you
be
talk
on
about this.
stage, right?
Yeah, I
Does
heard
that
you
make sense?
explain this
Okay.
earlier. I was listening to. I don't know if it was Jacob's or Matt's, but
Yeah.
it was literally one of the last things I heard you say. So yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Okay.
But yeah, it's a legitimate question. It's like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, there's times where, here's the other thing. There's like times where I'm up there talking in my normal voice, and comics forget because then I'll slip into character or whatever, or like no one's laughing, so I'll like it's just
You'll bring
not
it
an
to
instinct.
yeah.
It's just like I can't just go up there and bomb in my normal voice like that. And people are like, oh well, yeah, you're so funny and just talking to you. Why can't you just? Yeah, but you forget. We've been talking for 5 minutes, and I finally made you laugh. 5 minutes. Like, I can't be up on stage talking in my normal voice and take 5 minutes to get you to laugh. Like, no, that's not acceptable to me.
Yeah.
I gotta have more laughs per minute.
Gotta be quick.
Gotta keep
LPM,
their
baby.
attention. So like when I started really selling the jokes, and some jokes have movement in it, you know. So everybody record your sets, record video as soon as you can.
Yes. I agree.
Watch it back.
Yeah.
And look and go, oh my God, they laughed when I raised my hand up. And then you gotta think about, well, why? Oh, right, because you know, like sometimes you can decode it. Yeah, just like a pretzel. So for the video people, I'm doing the motion I do on stage.
The exclusive
Yeah, you gotta
Patreon
watch
video.
You either gotta come see me live, or you gotta pay $5 a month, or you just do 1 month. You know, it's fine.
Up to you. Right?
Exactly.
No pressure. But do it.
In a month, you
Fucking
can
do
watch
it.
all the exclusives.
Right. They're exclusive. They're sick.
Well, yeah, I'm putting little clips up on YouTube now.
Actually, I saw one of you posted this time.
Yeah, YouTube and Instagram. I'm just gonna take little things that I think, you know, it's not gonna be the best thing from the episode because, frankly, I can't remember where the best thing was.
Yeah.
And also that takes time, and no one's paid me yet.
Right.
Start paying me and
Pay
then
him.
I'll do it.
Pay him, and he'll do it.
See, this is the best part. Our ads are embedded. My ads are embedded.
Conversation. They're not even ads. They're just great talking points. I don't
Yes.
know. Great conversation.
All right. We're almost over an hour and a half in. So, what are the
Shit.
things you want to ask me?
Yeah. So just to get you know you at like a basic level. Like, would you say you're Team Israel or Palestine? For the exclusively, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm team, why don't we all move to America and then we can fight about it here?
Right. Have a civil war.
Yeah, see, like, it's holy land, right? So why does anybody need to live there? Why can't it just be somewhere that you visit, right?
I think all the Jews just need to move to New York.
And
the
the other side.
Palestinians need to move to, I don't know.
They could be New York too.
They could be in New York.
Yeah, they can move wherever you want in the United States or doesn't matter.
Montana, fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
you think of
New Mexico.
yeah, you could change, you could move there and then end up having enough of the vote to change New Mexico to be called New Palestine. That's the beauty of America.
There we go. New Gaza, dude. New Gazaco. That's
I
government.
think New Palestine sounds better.
New Palestine sounds nice. Yeah.
New Gaza.
Yeah.
But what do I know? They might like the name Gaza better. Who knows?
We're just trying to-
That's my take on the whole thing.
I like that. And my
Holy land no one should live on it because it's holy.
You know what was the Holy Land? The United States of America.
It's the holiest land in the world.
And then homeboy Christopher Columbus said, "Yeah, holy with these nuts all over this native tribe," and turned it into a
Blankets.
capitalistic commercial wonderland. That is the fucking best. Okay. Real question. Where do you get, or are there any comedians that you gain inspiration from?
Oh my goodness! Like everybody in my own way. Like I love listening to something, and then even like I have a joke about cross dressing, and someone just said the word cross. They were up there and they said the word cross dresser.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took that and, in my own silly way, and I made it a pun.
Yeah.
Have you seen that joke?
I don't think so.
Okay, I won't spoil it.
We'll see it tonight at.
Yeah, I gotta bring that back because I have to make sure that I still have it in my arsenal.
Ready to shoot,
Yeah.
just like in Israel.
I don't know violence.
No violence. Okay. Are there any comedians that you? I don't want to say try to emulate, but you see their style, their take, and you're like, I want to do something similar to that because you have a distinctive character, right?
Yeah, when I first started, I was accidentally doing Emo Phillips' voice, but then I couldn't hear it at the time, but then later on I listened back and oh my god, yeah, I was totally doing Emo Phillips, and now I feel like I have my own voice. It's not a problem, but that wasn't on purpose. I just want to be able to there's comedians I never think that I could be as good as them, but it would be amazing to be as good as Robin Williams, and he could go into a room and have kill from just stuff he just made up on the fly.
Oh yeah.
And people are crossing their arms and oh, I'm not gonna laugh, and then you could make them laugh.
Yeah.
That would be the best.
It's the ultimate kind of challenge. Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm ever gonna, be able to.
If you get addicted to cocaine, you never.
Yeah, I guess some of that is
Robin Williams joke. No, I'm just kidding.
drugs. There's William Montgomery that's famous.
Katie.
Killed Tony.
Yeah.
And I went back and listened or watched some of his older open mics, and he's doing some of this. He's had that same style, some of those same jokes, but it just wasn't quite there yet.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's inspirational. Wow, you don't have to fit. And there's people that don't like that guy at all. But
It's a very unique
Yeah.
taste. And yeah, I went back and I saw his original because I've been obsessed with Kill Tony ever since I started. Which
Have you been on Kill Tony?
no, you did. I think you did really good on Kill Tony when they
Thank God.
I saw that. I was like, dude, fucking nice. Good.
14 months in.
Yeah, that's.
They
Wow.
made a joke about that. I said 14 months. Like it's
Oh yeah, like that's funny. But no, I saw that. I saw his first mic, and his first time on Kill Tony, like before he was a regular. I was like, yeah, it is the same joke, but his delivery's different, and his persona is slightly altered. And really just narrative, and he's been doing it well at Kill Tony for was it 10 years.
Kill Tony hasn't been going for 10 years. He hasn't been doing it for
Oh, I think
He's
there's
been maybe doing comedy for 10 years.
yeah. Okay.
It's been a couple years he's been on KT.
Regular.
But it makes it harder now that they're in Austin.
Yeah, you gotta make it a trip. Would you?
Do you want to start having a group of comedians drive to Austin?
Papa Mish to Austin.
Drop over to, because, you know, how long would it take to drive to Austin? Or do you have to should fly?
I know Phoenix is a 5-hour drive. Austin,
Phoenix is only 5 hours?
Phoenix, you hop on the 10 and you're there fucking
So let's,
immediately.
might as well go there.
It's not bad. Let's see, Austin.
This is doing it live.
Doing it live. Exclusively on the Patreon, you can see. Alright, it's not looking it up, so I'm not gonna do that. I feel like it'd probably be like maybe 10 hours. That could be a cool road trip though. I think a trip we can Airbnb,
Leave like Sunday night.
carve out. I think you'd have to do it for a week. Or maybe
Go
just
for 8
hotel.
days, right? So you can try it at least to
Twice.
hit 2 Mondays. And there's other mics out there.
That's
or
a lot.
few.
Yeah.
You can get some connections and get on some shows.
Yeah.
Make it worth it.
That could be fun. That could be a fun trip, a fun dish. Would you consider moving to a different scene in the near future to grow there?
I don't know. I'm just so in love with San Diego, and it's not that hard to like drive to LA.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time where before comedy, I had some friends in LA, and I was like, oh, it would be nice to like live closer to my friends,
Mhm.
my close friends in LA. But you know, started getting into comedy, and the lockdown happened, and
Mhm.
people, you know, grow apart. You know, in the sense that I feel like if we met up again, that we'd still have the same connection. You know, because we all met through being extras on The Guild.
Oh wow.
You ever watched The Guild web series?
No.
It's pretty fun. So it's nerdy and it's not grody, but
I can get nerdy. I can rock with
yeah.
that. Cool.
So
you're gonna
so
plan-
maybe LA would
Okay.
be the next place. I don't think I would move to Austin. The only way I'd move to Austin is if they're like, get on Kill Tony again, and some way he was like, oh, we've never had a guy as funny as you, as old as you, or whatever, I don't know. You know, like, you have a golden ticket, and then I'm like, okay, and then like, go back a few times, and
Yeah.
then be like,
Okay,
if, he
let's
said,
get a
if
job.
Tony Hinchcliffe said, you should move here, and then I'd be like, okay, you got me.
Yeah.
Or, you know, so Austin would have to be, I wouldn't want to go back there and have to start over, right?
Gotcha.
I mean, there's a few people that from San Diego in Austin.
Right, I've seen, yeah.
That, you know, it's not like I was close with them, but they would talk to me, you know, like
Yeah.
maybe help me out. Who knows?
Nice.
So
Okay.
Austin maybe, but I guess I'd have to go there before I could say for yes.
Right.
Because there's like plenty of places in LA.
Yeah. And that's
you
much
got
closer.
$5, you can like, you can go up multiple times. Like, yeah,
Are most of those pay to play?
there's pay, and then there's like third wheel, where there's days, I don't know what time they open, but like, you know, like last night, there's called Proud Work at Mondays at 8 o'clock. You know, and if you get bold, you have all these shows. Like a lot of them, like it's like a list, and then you know they get to know you, and then you know you have better opportunity. You're not going last,
Right.
hopefully.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure you still could go last because of everybody. You know, it's human, it's politics, right? I don't really understand how people are getting up sooner. You know, I'm sure it's because they know, oh, you put me up here, and trading favors, or people just genuinely want to see what the person's going to do.
Right.
And
Politics.
yeah, so definitely Third Wheel is a good place to go to.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely recommend. And then every night they have an open mic at midnight. So that's the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
So even if you know, there's times where we like on a Monday did the stats, and then we drove to a place in Santa Ana that our buddy
Oh yeah.
runs. Proof, yeah. And then we kept driving and we did Third Wheel by midnight.
Shit. And then did you drive back after
And then we
that?
freaking drive back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god. That is the hustle. That's the grind.
Yeah, that's tough. And then there's been 2 times where we just got a hotel. And the hotel was definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was so much better. You just sleep in, and then you either do comedy again
Yeah.
the next day, or you just drive back.
You can drive back not exhausted. That's nuts. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you should come with us to LA, or get your own party together and go to LA.
that sounds fun.
Like tonight,
English.
like
What
don't,
time?
yeah, we
Holy
should
shit.
end the podcast and see if
4:53. Goddamn.
we should end the podcast and see if we got on, or maybe we should do it live.
Let's do it live. Exclusively on Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna
On the Facebook.
FaceTime.
The Facebook.
Oh, is it not gonna have Facebook app installed?
No. Let's see if I can connect it on my phone.
That's weird. I guess I didn't download it. Does it not download Facebook on my iPad?
What else are you doing on your iPad? You don't have Facebook. What's going on?
I'm using it for work, and I made a song on my iPad with GarageBand.
Okay, I have it right here. Open mic.
Gentlemen, it is Tuesday. It is 4
Skip
o'clock.
to the end.
That means it's time for us to
How do
do our
you-
open mic drawing for tonight's show. We do this every Tuesday.
Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. View story. Oh, it's just promoting the video. How do
All
you?
right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday.
Won't let you
It is
go
4
ahead.
o'clock. That
Oh.
means it is 8,
There it is.
from 8 o'clock to about 10
Oh,
o'clock.
why am I liking it? No, I'm liking it a lot. Fuck.
Poppins from the new. We start the end of the appearance post. Tap line and trouble getting up with me. If it's not, you're up. Aaron Trahan, you only got one. Any pozos? So, once again,
There we
on
go.
tonight's open mic, we have Frankie Gonzalez,
Nice.
Jack Svet,
Nice.
Kyle Drake, Jimmy Benito, Matt Eisendrath,
Nice.
Nathan Salazzo, Margarita L, Babak Sharouk, Hunter Jaffe, Taylor Lackey, Joey Joseph, Corey Ryan, Audrey Hebert, Adele, Ashley Amber, Taylor Spencer, Jason Flaster, and Eddie Pozos.
Oh.
So you 18 people,
Congratulations.
Thanks.
A surprise.
everybody else, better luck next week.
6:45. We got one.
Yay!
That's the first time.
Oh, so how did people get a hold of you?
Oh, you can go to. You can visit me at my house. Here's my address. No, haha. Just kidding. You can come to Mic Drop, or not Mic Drop, sorry, fuck, that was bad, edit that out. Madhouse. God, fucking damn it, I'm never at Mic Drop. I love Mic Drop though, by the way. Madhouse, usually Sunday through Friday, and peep me at the awesome open mic performing. You can also catch me on Instagram at Joey Jokesef, so it's JoeyJokeseph. Yeah, if you can type that in. I'm also creating the podcast myself with my comedy buddy Benny Benoit. It's going to be called The Hick and the Heap. We don't have an official release date yet, but we're filming it this weekend, so hopefully before the new year. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to, yeah. It's
Are you
going
on TikTok or?
Oh, I am on TikTok. Same tag as my Instagram, Joey Jokesef. I haven't posted that much yet, but I will be. Shoot me a follow, send me a DM if you want to fuck or something. And if you don't want to fuck, you just want to hear more of my jokes, you can do that too. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
This has been fun. This has been nice.
Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, dude, of course.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right.
That's been comedy or
Bye,
words.
everybody.
Bye.
Laughed and had a good time.
Get it all over your body. How many shoes do you